Hey there, this is Tina with Content Creators Club. You are joining me, Tina, as well as my dog, who will be here joining us. His name is Chino. And so I want to walk through this video on the 3 creator pricing beliefs you need to adopt for more profit. But before we get into today's video, make sure you click the offer or the freebie below this video if you're watching this on YouTube. And if you're getting this from my newsletter, definitely check out the offer below this video as well. So I wanted to walk through the 3 creator pricing beliefs again that you need to adopt for more profit. These are the beliefs that I've held in my business and they've definitely helped me make more profit. And so if you're not familiar with profit, think of it as what you get to take home, right? A lot of people like to talk about, oh, just bringing in more revenue, but I care more about profit than revenue because revenue means nothing if you have expenses that match your revenue streams, right? But profit means you have the leftover money that exceeds expenses. How much of that can you take home, right? And so the best way that I can really describe the differences is, 5 years ago, I created my first digital product. It was amazing. I thought it was going to be change the world. Like so many people are going to want to buy it. Oh, so glad that I created that digital product. But the world had a different thing coming for me. And so 5 years ago, once when I created this first digital product, I spent 50 hours building that course, and I didn't have a sale. And I missed Thanksgiving with my family because I decided to create a new offer right before the week of Thanksgiving. So if you're familiar in the States, we have this Black Friday sales, and yeah, shit was bad. And I actually on Thanksgiving Day, going into Black Friday, I stayed up until 5 a.m. building a sales page in order to meet Black Friday deadlines. Long story short, don't do that. It's not fun. And guess what? I got lots of views. A lot of people checked out the page, but I got 0 clicks, 0 sales, and 0 interest. And ultimately, that course never saw the light of day. And honestly, looking back at it, I'm like, yeah, maybe it was a good thing nobody saw that course. But anyways, I've learned a lot. And so, I looked back and I thought to myself, was price one of the problems that, maybe I had? And I thought to myself, that's an interesting question, right? And so it's an interesting question because as a creator, majority of the time you primarily create content from the get-go for free, right? You're either creating content on Twitter, YouTube, your newsletter, or whatever, and you're doing it for free. But making the transition from free to paid can oftentimes be difficult, especially for creators if you've given so much value. It's hard to transition to paid because you may get the objection where it's well, why would I pay for your offer if you posted everything for free maybe on YouTube, right? And so this is an interesting question. And as someone who recently just celebrated a multiple 4-figure month last month and a new revenue milestone, super happy that I was able to do that. I realized that what separates maybe me from other creators is they have different pricing beliefs. And so these are the 3 beliefs that I think every creator again should adopt in order to have more profit. And so the first one was the example and the lesson I learned from having a failed product launch 5 years ago was to not create any product until you validate it with cash. It's great to have people say they're interested in the project. It's great to say that people, want the product, etc., etc. But if they actually don't pull out their wallets and validate it with cash, then it means nothing, right? So I'm a big believer in doing pre-sales, meaning that you don't create anything until you get paid. If you are a leveraged creator, then you want to get paid to create. And the second thing is always make something available for sale, even when you're just starting out. I don't know where the hell I heard this from, but I probably heard it from some guru that just don't want to listen to anymore. But I've always heard the saying of oh, you need to build a big ass audience before you're allowed to sell anything. And the thing that I let's backtrack here. Allowed to? First of all, this is your business. You could do whatever the fuck you want to do, obviously within reason, within legal things, right? But at the end of the day, no one should tell you when you are and when you are not allowed to sell, right? Selling from day one allows you to set yourself up so that you can make sales as you grow your audience, right? So if you have something available to sell it. It could be a simple thing as a guide or a checklist, or if you are someone who wants to do coaching calls, sell that, right? Again, always make something that's available for sale so people are getting used to the concept of you selling from the get-go, right? Every single time I create a piece of content, there is either a call to action to do something, right? And I want to get my audience used to that because that's almost an expectation so that it doesn't become a big problem, right? And so the last thing is actually the third thing that I think a lot of creators don't do, but it's something that I've adopted and I still do it to this day, is stair step your way to pricing confidence. And so with these three pricing beliefs, it's helped me serve over 300 plus paying customers. It's helped me generate five figures, multiple five figures actually, worth of dollars in sales and in cash. It's allowed me to create 4 offers that help creators at different stages in their business. And I want you to know, these beliefs really have helped me in the long term. But I want to talk about, the options of, let's just say you don't listen to me. Like that's fine. You don't have to listen to me, but like let's just say what happens if you don't implement these particular pricing beliefs. Well, the first thing is if you don't create a product until you validate it with cash, you run the risk of creating a product that no one buys. And that was a scenario that happened to me 5 years ago. Spent 50 hours creating a product that nobody actually wanted, and that really sucked. And he's saying hi. Anyways, second thing is if you don't make something available for sale in the beginning, then you run the risk of being a famous but broke creator. Like I see this all the time where you will see creators who have huge ass audiences, but really when you think about the dollar or the return per either follower or per subscriber, it's in the cents change. Like I've seen creators who have over 10,000 email or 10,000, followers, and they are maybe pulling like 2 to 3K, while I see creators, have more than that, like millions of followers, but can barely sell maybe a t-shirt or whatever. And I don't think it's worth it for you to be famous but be broke. Like that just seems like an irony that shouldn't happen. And so I'm a big believer in being able to sell from the beginning so that you can make money as you grow your audience, right? I have a small audience. I create multiple 4 figures in sales per month, and that's because I have this pricing belief. I have something available for sale every single day. And the last thing is if you don't stair step your way to pricing confidence, then you run the risk of feeling like your products aren't worth it. And it is good feedback. This is something that I still struggle with to this day. Like I'm not saying I'm perfect, but like it's one thing to hear from, either friends or customers where they're like, oh my God, I can't believe this product is at this price, right? Like you should raise the price. And so if your audience is telling you that you should raise your price, A, that's a good thing that you're delivering value, but B, that's also like validation in terms of confidence that you are offering something good to sell, that it's worth it for you to actually raise the price. And so if you are someone who needs that pricing confidence, what I usually do is I, do stair step pricing where x amount of things go for this price, and then once when we reach that price, so on and so forth, until I get to the worthy price where I feel like it's good enough, right? And so this is why it's important to have these three pricing beliefs, because beliefs determine your actions, and actions ultimately determine your success. Yeah, they determine your success. And so if you want to implement new beliefs to be a more profitable and successful creator, these are the three pricing beliefs in order for you to do that. And so if you want to know a little bit more on how I'm able to create thousands of dollars with digital products, then definitely check out the free email course. I cannot speak today. The free email course that I created, where on module 4 or day 4, we actually talk all about the pricing confidence strategy, and we talk a little bit more about how to actually implement the stair-step pricing. So I'm super excited for you to go ahead and grab that. Make sure you sign up. And if you're not already in Content Creators Club, then what are you doing? Sign up so you can get access to this free email course, because it may not be available for free for long. We'll see what people say from there. But anyways, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you then. Bye.